What's up, world? My name's Eric Yamamoto. I said I'd be taking a break from live streaming, but my God, it's so fun. So I'm back for just a little bit. I think I'm going to do it more like once a week live streams. Let me know if this music is a little too loud, because in my ears it's kind of loud. Anyways, let's get to this. And feel free to just say what's up. I'm gonna go ahead and try this out again. I gotta say, just sticking with live streaming, it gets my mind going for some reason. All right, an extreme wide. Let's try this out. Got my chat box up. Let me say what's up, making sure it's all working correctly. Yo, Bruce, what's up? Yes, I am back. I'm sorry. I am very inconsistent with all this, but it's just so much fun. And I'm trying to create and warm up and just having it all good. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? 1 year. Let's copy that. Let's post it up here. Let's do a question and answer. Boom. Never done this before. Try it out. Where do you see yourself in a year? All right. So let's do an extreme wide. Let's see what it's all about. What does Shot Deck say about that? Shows that it's all that's definitely cool. What is that? I think that's people from above. What is that? What's happening in this image? It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's a flare. All right, well, let's try this out. I'm going to try to draw this up. Make it a different aspect ratio. Actually, before I start, let me do some warming up. How was your guys' weekend? Anything interesting happen? I'll tell you mine. Mine was amazing. Was able to go to the beach with my kids and my wife. It was so much fun. I'm really, I have a lot of things that hold me back. But I'm learning how to move past the things that hold me back. And a lot of it's just my limiting beliefs. I think things should be a certain way, but it's never what you think. And then and I'm able to just get past it. Okay, let's draw this. Start drawing. Start my session. One of the big things I need to learn how to do is slow down. I go so fast out of fear. It's one of the things I'm trying to teach my kids, how to slow down. "14 seconds. Angle that head. So I was reading up on Neil's post on Discord, and I really liked it. He was talking about comic books and making comics, what it takes, and how he plans things out. Go check it out if you get a chance. So here's my question. So this is what I'm drawing. How can we push it? How can we push it? Let me pause. How can we push this pose a bit more? Sorry, did you say something, Crystal? So this is my under. Let's say she's going like this. So what am I missing? Well, let's try this simple. It's complex. So what that is, it's like there's a simple side, okay? And then there's the complex side. Or it's like simple, complex shape. So let me analyze. I'm looking at something like this. Here's the simple side, and here's the complex side. So let's start looking at things like that. It's just hyper focused for right now. Let's see. Oh, let me just take this, copy the image, and paste it on in here. So like, I'd say even her head, like here's the simple. That. So that's the question. Is there a simple, complex on 3/4 faces? Bruce, I would like to say I see myself really learning acting and being surrounded with like-minded individuals, but just relaxing this, but just relax this weekend. Cali beaches are just different. Glad you enjoyed the weekend. That sounds great, Bruce. Like, wait, you're not in LA yet. I think you said you're coming in like July-ish time. Acting is such a great skill to have. I mean, especially in LA, you know, could learn how to, you know, I mean, I took acting when I was in college, and it was great. You know, you learn how to you learn how to be someone else. You learn also about what's inside of you, and you learn about the world at the same time and how other people perceive you, which is great. And it seems like you're looking for a community, which is amazing, because that's what I think we all are looking for. We're all looking for kind of like a tribe. We're looking for a place where we belong. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't going to the beach very often because I think it was out of fear. I mean, there was a time I almost drowned once when I was a kid. And, well, I wasn't a kid. I was actually in college. And, the sound of the waves underwater just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But then, I mean, I know how to swim and everything, but I don't know. It's just that feeling of not being in control. But then I'm learning right now how to, let go of wanting to be in control. And when I did that, I tried it this weekend. Well, because on Wednesday mornings, when I signed up with the help of my wife, learning about like ice baths, and because she had this experience last week where she went with her work to this place called Ice Station LA, and it really helps with your challenging limiting beliefs. And she went in and she had an amazing experience. I mean, it wasn't easy, going into a cold ice bath. Who wants to do that? But if you learn how to just relax to it and let the ice just do its thing on you, then it slows down your heart rate, speeds up, you start panicking and stuff, but then you have to learn how to just be in control of your stress. And that's what she recommended it to me, and I'm going to try it out, and I'll let you know how it goes. It's going to happen on Wednesday. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Rise, what's up, man? So sorry. I've been, I'm kind of all over the place, like wanting to, make regular videos, but at the same time, I don't know, there's just something about live streaming that I really enjoy. It's it's a really nice community. Like, all you guys really, and gals, very kind. I'm just glad to be sharing here. Yes, Rise. So let me ask you, I know I asked you on Discord, but where do you see yourself a year from now? Find patterns. Because finding patterns is the way that we memorize things. At least that's how I try to memorize things. That's a very well-timed question, actually. Wow. Very cool. I'd like to know more. If you don't mind sharing, you feel free. You don't have to share if you don't want to, because we're all on our own journeys. But to be honest, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking about doing live streaming once a week, just because every day is kind of tough, especially while I'm working a bit. But what I'm thinking about doing is I lost my train of thought. No worries, Rice. No worries. Maybe later we could jump on Discord and we could have a chat if you want. It'd be nice to talk with people, see what everyone is looking for. What's your journey? So that's interesting what I just did right there. So I'm finding that there is a circle right here and then it's like ripples. Yeah, let's do it, Rice. See how it kind of ripples like this? So let's see if that works. So we have this circle right here. This right here. And it ripples outward. Yeah, last week I had a chat with a cat named Kirby. Really interesting talk. Just we're talking about Yasuke and just the Japanese culture. I am Japanese, but I don't speak Japanese, and I wish I did. He's telling me how when I'm doing Yasuke that you gotta, it's a controversial topic, so you gotta, be aware that it can be volatile, and I do think that the Yasuke story needs to be told, and there are lots of stories out there that need to be told. Yo, Turner, what's up, man? Welcome. I'm just warming up for the day. 9:51. Drawing a lot slower today. That's okay. Turner, where do you see yourself 6 months from now? A year from now? That's the question. Question of the day. You guys do figure drawing? Such a great way to just sharpen the skills. So what I'm doing wrong right now is I'm taking everything by piece by piece rather than working the whole page. See how I'm going oh, I'm doing this thigh. Oh, I'm doing the other thigh. That I should really be feeling the whole flow. I'm looking at this. It's come down. And this line is just basically from my vantage, how I see it. Some people might see it more like this. And that's okay. There's different starting points. Even this. It's let's say if you're doing a medium shot like this right here, you wouldn't worry too much about the weight on their leg. Nice. So you're trying to get into the union, work on some feature stuff, and stabilize the freelance career? 100%. That sounds great. Just write these down real quick. Bruce. Creative community. Rise. Kirby, what's up, yo? I just talked about you and the whole Yasuke stuff. It's dope. What's up? You guys got to check out Kirby's Twitch channel. He's working on a comic himself, which is really great. Right, we'll talk to you about that. Yeah, no, just briefly about how we had a chat on Friday about the Yasuke stuff and just what it's like to be in Japan. That just that stuff. Nothing personal. Don't worry, I will not talk about personal stuff unless you guys want to talk about personal stuff. Let's see. Rice, not sure. Creative community. We have Turner. I'm going to unionize. I'll tell you one thing about the union is that if you get in the union too quick and you don't have enough clients, then it can be kind of tough because, yeah, you're in the union, you pay all these dues and stuff, but then you're not getting work. Like the clients that I had was built through being in an agency, like Storyboards Inc., Frameworks, Famous Frames, or you just find your own clients and doing free work, like finding stuff on Craigslist. I don't know what it's like in Poland or in Japan, what it's like finding freelance work out there. Ruby says, probably have a really different experience than Yasuke has. Japan is heavenly to me. That's great. That's interesting. So unionize, and like a lot of the clients that I have, it's repeat business. And that's based on your personality and how you mesh with them. So there are a lot of soft skills in storyboarding that you got to be aware of, I mean, there's some people that draw like amazing, they could draw circles around me. But do they know filmmaking? Do they know how to make a director feel comfortable, to feel vulnerable, around you? Because storytelling is very personal, right? Like storytelling, you're kind of bringing yourself, you're putting yourself in in those shoes and of a character, and that character might become you. So basically, soft skills are just as important as the hard skills. That's a good question. What soft skills does a storyboard artist need? Because like hard skills, that's all this stuff. And I mean, I don't even think I'm the best artist, but I know how to draw fast, I know how to get an idea down, and I know how to manipulate an idea to make it into something else. Being an artist, you're kind of like a magician. You have your tricks, but also the magician, part of the magician and the misdirect is in the speech and how you talk to people. Not that I'm misdirecting anybody, but it's more of like, I worked with someone and they said, the talks that I have with you, Eric, when we're storyboarding, like, I feel like I'm in therapy. Like afterwards, I feel like I feel light. And I really enjoy making people feel that way. I mean, that's why I wanted to become a Buddhist priest back in the day. But there's something about art that's very enjoyable to me. Next question. What are your guys' strengths? What would you say your strengths are? I'll start. My strength is probably... Actually, rather than saying strengths, that's a very hard topic. How about what do you enjoy doing? What brings you happiness? drawing brings me happiness. I really like drawing. But at the same time, if I'm not getting a drawing right, I get freaking, it's so difficult. But, you know, part of that passion is going through difficult things and being like, you know, I could do this. It really is like being married, you know? You could, you love the person you're married to, and you will be able to go through difficult things and have growing pains, even though that it's tough, but they are growing pains. The things that are hard for you will become easy, no matter what it is. I mean, you think about a rock. Think a rock is hard? Well, it gets broken down by water. And it gets broken down so much and it becomes sand. So even the hardest things can get broken down into smaller pieces. So that's the next thing. What comes easy to you? And then what's hard for you? Then after that, how do you break that thing that's hard for you into smaller pieces to make it easier? I think I'd be a pretty good coach. But I don't know. I still want to do some of that Dungeons and Dragons. Because, you know, even as a storyboard artist, like, people think you draw things just like coming straight out of your head. I mean, yeah, it comes out of your head after you, you know, learn how to do it, but you first got to learn how to do it. Simple, complex, knee, foot, and you know what's crazy is like once you master one thing, and there's another thing that gets it just gets harder because you have different expectations. You know, let's say you master the head, but then you want it to make it look like, you know, Norman Rockwell or something. Then there's a whole nother, and then once you get it to look like Norman Rockwell, then, you know, there's a whole other chain. It's a chain of, it just keeps getting harder and harder. See, like, even drawing the human face, God, it's challenging. You know, each face is unique, and you gotta try to have to bring that unique quality. And you're thinking of perspective, thinking about emotion, thinking about the forms. Pause this really quick because I'm really enjoying drawing her face. I'd say my weakness when drawing is probably hands, feet, for sure. Faces are never the way that I want them to look. Gotta always be just, you know, learning. Let's see. Also, I'm thinking about straight curves and a shape. You got a straight part and you got a curved part. Let's see, here's the curved part. Here's the straight part. That. Here's another curved part, probably another straight part. Like art is a never-ending practice. I remember when I was little, I would be drawing a face. I'd have such a hard time drawing a face. But once I got it right, I'm like, okay, I don't ever have to draw another face again. Wrong. You're always having to draw faces. So you gotta, once you master it, try to do it without using a reference. And once you master that, then try to do a different expression or do a different angle. And then come back to that same one that you think you mastered and go back and do it again. Turner says, for sure, I feel like part of storyboarding is building a mental encyclopedia of drawing information. Understanding objects, forms, space all relate. 100%. That is so true. But I'll tell you what, also, your mind is like, your conscious mind is like RAM. And your your short-term memory is like your conscious memory, which is like RAM in your computer. And then your long-term memory is like your hard drive. And you want that conscious part, which is you studying, to become long-term memory, which is kind of like how you can call back the memory. You could call back the information. You know how to call back the information. Because it's like how you have this, like, you're building your mental encyclopedia. The thing is that, do you know how to get to that information quick enough? And if you don't, create a reference file. I use Pinterest, or I use Google. So here, let me try drawing this hand now. This is the image that I'm working off of right here. Actually, if you guys want to follow along, go ahead and take a screen grab. I'm going to turn it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. See, you guys might see stuff that I don't. And I might see stuff that you don't. And that's okay, because everyone has a different perspective, and that's totally okay. That's what makes it so interesting. The one thing that doesn't have a perspective is AI. You have that perspective, so you make your mistakes. Those mistakes is part of that journey. watching Labyrinth over the weekend. Have you guys seen that movie? So good. It's like a masterclass in like practical effects. And practical effects are scary. But Jim Henson's genius. So again, let's look for the curve. Then we'll go straight. And hands for some reason. Go straight right here, and then I love how like bony her fingers are. So I did a straight and a straight right there. So let's see what happens if I do it like that. Does that give me anything different? I mean, that's kind of nice. It's a curve, but I don't know. Let's just see how what happens. How does it turn out? So I was watching this other live streamer. His name is Steven Zapata. He's a concept artist. And his live streams are really fun. And there's another guy. I forgot his name though. But he's kind of making a comic book on his live stream. That's something I really want to try to do, is make a comic. Again, the things that I'm thinking about right here, I mean, this hand's not perfect. That's okay, because then I'll just use what I know of the pinky finger. It's funny, as much as I say don't copy, I sometimes fall into the trap of copying. And you know, it's okay. Because it might come out. You might come with something good. You know, life is full of contradictions, so like, don't put like limits on yourself. Look, I'm putting a limit by saying don't put a limit on yourself. Doesn't make any sense. It's all good. So here's my hand. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Go back. 40 minutes. Oh, this has been a very chill 40 minutes. Get drawing pretty soon. And each thing that you learn when you're drawing, again, they are not rules, they're tools. Something I learned from Vilpu, Glenn Vilpu. Drawing is not there are no absolutes in drawing. I mean, look, why don't I try to draw this again with no like form or anything? I'll show you how I used to draw. This is how I used to draw. course, this is me drawing. I do have a lot of experience with forms and stuff, but this is how I used to draw this. I mean, and now let's draw it again. Under. Just do what works, you know. And then ask yourself, what's the illusion you're trying to capture? There's a lot of energy in it, you know. But everybody wants this shit. But this is the shit that's going on inside your head, this craziness. Let's see. What are you making today, Eric? What am I making right now? I don't even know. Again, I have 45 seconds. Now I'm going to draw this guy. Let's see. Now 26 seconds, and this is what I have. Don't be precious. There is a time and a place to be precious. It's kind of freeing being kind of more gestural like that, you know? 7 seconds to spare. Let's go again. What are you making today, Eric? That is the question from Kirby. And my answer to that is you don't need to have a goal in mind sometimes. This is me warming up, and it's okay. Make art for art's sake. Okay, let me pause right here. So, okay, here's it's almost like I think sometimes it's okay to revisit the things that you have in the past. You know, this is what I used to do, but actually these are really reading nicely for some reason, in my opinion. But once you have this, you have your gesture down, then you could go over and make your nice lines. And just follow with what you have. And oh, Kirby, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I mean, no, in 1 year. In your art career. these rings that I'm doing like this just helps position it. It's coming to me. Like this, you know, it's coming to me. This is going away from me. It's a nice little tool. This leg isn't looking right because it's coming out. Nope, it's actually going out. It's coming down like that. So it's like going like this, and it's coming down. This right here. Snail's head. It has to feel like it's attached. So here's the neck that I was almost going to miss. Here's the head. Okay, so I tried the circle, but that wasn't working. So now I'm trying the square. See, it's like you got to try these different. There's no like set way of solving the problem. I'll even take this and move it over like that. Oh, thanks, Rice. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, man. So glad that it's calming for you. Because it's can be kind of nerve-wracking, to be honest. Because, you know, I want to give you guys stuff that you could use. At the same time, you know, I'm trying to make it look decent. I'm trying to, you know, let you guys know what's going on in my head. And the shit that's going on in my head is just nuts. So here's the eyes right here. I like doing this little crosshair thing. It just helps me orient people better, like where things are going. But see, what I noticed is the ear. I need to move the ear up. Like if they're looking down like this, the ear has to go higher. If they're looking up, the ear should go lower. So she's looking down right here. So I throw the ear up a little higher. I'm exaggerating it a bit just because to make the point clear. One day, I want to be able to feel 100% calm when I'm doing my live streams and my videos. Well, she looks sad. Why don't I make her look happy? Or make her look calm? There's her lip. Chin is being overlapped like that. Thank you, Rice. I do think I need to overlap it a little bit like that. Her shoulder needs to overlap because it looked like her head was floating. It's crazy how just a little overlap can make it all come together. Rice says, with calmness, it's a funny thing. As long as we search for it, we define ourselves as lacking it. Though knowing it doesn't make it always easier. That is so true. It is so true. All right, so here's the face. I'm going to just erase it right here. Or, yeah, let's just erase it out like that. So I was watching the other day our story exploration about the narcoleptic Jack and the what was it called? Jack and the Beanstalk or something. Going to it now, and I kind of want to develop this with you guys. What was it called? Jack of Sleepers. There we go. Really want to develop this. I think it can be kind of promising. Or at least it'd be fun to see come to life. See, I'm looking for overlaps right now. Hey, that's a great idea, Rice. With the Jack story, at some point, maybe we could do a shared exploration through boards. Yeah. That would be really cool. We should do that. Maybe that could be a Discord thing. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. I think we should also develop the script together here. And maybe we each could take a scene or something, and then after that, then we could take a look at it and see how we'd be able to shoot it as live action. That's one of the things I wanted to do. Because, like, there's so much talent here. There's so much talent. And maybe each one of you could figure out a way how you would shoot it. That'd be so cool. we're doing it anyway. When brainstorming, just without the drawing part. You're right. How do you think we could do that? How we all could explore it? Should it be like a Discord thing? Should it be a... I don't know. I know we have that magma. Discord does allow to pop into streams easily. Really? That's in one person streams and draws, then the next one? Huh. Hey, let's figure that out, Rice. Here. Yeah, let's figure that out. I think I'm gonna call it a day for right now. Rice, you want to jump in Discord right now? We could talk more. Anywho, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, guys.